I'm Dan Drake. This is Front Up on Geno TV, Channel 99, and our guest is PattyRoggeveen. Patty is completing, I guess, about 6 years now as a selectman.
Right.
And is in her second tour as chair. But she's also recently taken a position with the Maria Mitchell Association as development consultant and counselor, I guess is the title. Development counselor, is that right?
Yep.
And I think we should talk a little bit about that first, and then maybe get into some philosophical discussion about town government.
That sounds good.
Why don't you, you have been with the Maria Mitchell now since when, September?
August, yep. We opened the Dreamland, as you know, in June, and I took some time, but had made the decision to, sort of move on from that project, and was really happy to sort of land with Maria Mitchell. Great group of people, as you know, and fantastic staff and board, and ultimately I love what they do. I mean, that's what's wonderful about it. There's this sort of focus on Nantucket, its environment, the habitats here. There's so much there that is just interesting, but also important, and that is really key for me. So I'm very excited. And
there's a big project in the making.
Yes, another big project, which I guess I also am attracted to. We're going to build a science center on Washington Street, and if you go by the building that I guess it was future, in the past it was Christopher's, that piece of land will soon be what we hope is a aquarium or expanded aquarium space, planetarium, and all kinds of other kind of exhibits about the island that will hopefully inform as well as excite people to go out and see, the island on their own.
But with a nature and science focus.
Absolutely, yes. And hands-on, I mean, a lot of hands-on education, which is the Maria Mitchell legacy. And the point will be to take the success of the old aquarium, which was wonderful. We get so many people through those doors, and the generosity of folks like the Wheezy Foundation that opened that possibility, take it and expand it to a greater, bigger facility to accommodate the demand, basically. So it's going to be very exciting. So in the next couple of years, we hope to. So
you're in process, right?
We're in process.
Fundraising and so forth, in the private part of the campaign still?
We're moving out more into the, I think you'll see us more publicly sort of expanding that. We know that there's a lot of interest in the community to sort of see something happen, not only with the science piece of it, but just like the Dreamland, it forms a piece of the town, which is key and critical too. So all those reasons.
Can we go back to the Dreamland for just a second?
Sure.
I don't know whether you want to answer this question or not, but just in terms of rough percentages, what percentage of the Dreamland's target for raising money came from the community at large?
More than I think people know, which is, I'm not going to be able to come up with the exact number, especially since I haven't been there for a little while. But we do, when you look at the number there, it was pretty large, and part of that was purchasing the property.
Right.
So ultimately, the folks that came together to buy the property, if you took that off the page, and didn't have to deal with that, which is where Maria Mitchell is, obviously, because of the swap with the land bank. It does change the sort of the spread a little bit.
Right.
And when I was there with them, there was a lot of energy with respect to what the potential could be for the building for the community to use. But you're talking a good $10 million just in the purchase. So and that was a few individuals with the sort of commitment and foresight, and I think that's important to sort of note.
Right.
And we were never in any danger, and there is this test with the IRS, and there has to be so much community support, and they were always fine with us. So
So you're not the Dreamland is not a private operating foundation. It's just not a 501c3.
It's currently a 501c3, right? Now going forward, they do still have to meet the thresholds of community use and. Versus the commercial end of their business, and again, I don't know where that is, but ultimately, in terms of the fundraising for the renovation, we were fine. Yeah.
Back to the Maria Mitchell. What impact is the new Science Center going to have on the campus on Vestal Street?
Vessel Street is also getting a facelift, which is exciting too. Vessel Street is the sort of the heart and soul of where Mariah Mitchell's from, the historical piece of things, and what we're going to do up there in terms of the study and the ecology lab that we're planning in the old library, I think is going to actually be a really wonderful component for the public space downtown. And we'll be doing a lot more research and things of that nature, which obviously we're doing already, but it'll lend itself to be a good complement, I guess is the best word. So, we're not abandoning anything, we're just growing.
What about the birthplace?
The birthplace, the historic birthplace, I mean, it's, again, a wonderful spot for people to come. It sort of brings us from science into history a bit, which is also comfortable in terms of how the balance of the mission goes. And we'll, continue to keep that up and make that available. I think especially for young people, for women, I mean, it's a great spot to come to and recognize what kind of value came from Nantucket in terms of the what Mariah Mitchell contributed to science at large. So at the time that she did, it was pretty remarkable.
Well, yeah, one of the things that's always been on the platter there has been to try to get more people to come to that corner, which has always been a challenge.
It's funny, isn't it? Yeah, just to walk up Main Street.
And so I think anything that can be done to continue to promote the birthplace as a place for.
And having a place downtown will give us a way to sort of get people in the door, as well. So it's just about information, and I think this will, like I said, complement the two, both in terms of the study, but also just letting people know there's more to us up Main Street. So
good.